Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, the 90 Senator Samson Cherargei has been on the spot for sharing malicious misinformation on his social media handle. And there is a perception Cherargei want to try and create. I will explain to you also. And Kenyans have been able to expose Cherargei openly because there's a photo of of 3 calves and a cow, which seemingly it gave birth. And Cherargei was alluding that cow belonged to William Ruto. It had just given birth, and there was a significance of having the 3 calf triples. So anyone who did a reverse image search would found out that that image was posted on Facebook by German Agriculture page on 30th January. So Cherargei proceeded to go and download those photos, and then he came and posted them, and there is 3 things he's talking about here. Number 1, he brought in the discussion to do with the backfilling the debt hole, and he's putting that one on Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga are the people who caused that one. Number 2, the issue of economic stability. Now he's putting that one on William Ruto. And number 3, economic prosperity. So he's talking about number 5 3 times. What is he inserting on number 5? First of all, let us go through his post before we continue. This is what he said. His Excellency Ruto cow gave birth to triples of his symbolic leadership. 5 years of backfilling debt hole created by Uhuru plus Raila into economic transformation. 5 years of economic stability. 5 years of Kenya prosperity of milk and honey. 15 years of uninterrupted economic transformation. So you can see the calf, the 3 there, you can see the cow, and the 555 of Cherargei. What is Cherargei telling us? Now let us go to the original photo, post, just to destroy the lie. CRV Deutschland, this is what they're posting. Brothers Johnson and Jonas were not badly surprised when their favorite cow, Elsa, gave birth to not 1, but directly 3 calves of bull freestyle without any problem. Since then, the 3 calves, Emma, Ella, and Emily, have enjoyed best health and abundant cuddles and are diligently fed by the 2 proud brothers from Lidna every day. Jason and Jonas' family run a daily farm with 80 dairy cows. We would like to thank the agent's family for the great picture and wish the triple a lot of joy. That was the original photo and the post. Now, you can see the lie in Cherargei, which explain the kind of regime we are having. A regime that is going to lead us on lies. You can now see the original and the lie. This cow does not belong to William Ruto. Even this cow is not belonging to anyone in this country. He literally just downloaded it from elsewhere to bring lies to Kenya. We are recording the Punchline discussion, but just a quick request for those who are watching and you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing to our channel. Subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, first of all, let us look on what Cherargei is trying to insinuate. 5 years of backfilling the debt hole. Is there any debt hole that Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga left that Ruto has to backfill? If there is any, then where was William Ruto during that time? My memory is still fresh. Ruto was the deputy president. Uhuru was the president. So if there is anything, then Ruto was there as a principal advisor to the president. He found every reason to associate himself with the Uhuru Kenyatta And if there was any iota of doubt, then the best thing that Ruto could have done was to resign so that he deassociate himself from this government. He never did that. That means he was fully behind any move that Uhuru was taking. He was advising him. So if there is any hole that the previous regime dug, then William Ruto is equal responsible to that problem, not Raila Odinga. That's the first point. So Cherargei should not mislead Kenyans into the lies that does not make any sense. So he's talking about number 2, the issue of prosperity. No, economic stability. So he's saying that Ruto is going to bring economic stability in another 5 years. Then another 5 years of prosperity. You can see Cherargei is trying to suggest that William Ruto might end up ruling this country for 15 years. So he's telling Kenya that they need to give William Ruto 15 years. First 5 years to clear the mess. And then another 10 years to now establish an economy and a prosperous Kenya going forward. That in it explains what this regime might be looking for. To have a William Ruto as a live president. Look at it in that corner. Analyze it in that perspective. Because you cannot say that a sitting president now who is running, who is working on who was elected on a 2010 constitution which gives everyone only 2 chances to serve as a president. If you get first chance, then if you're set to secure second chance, you retire. Just like Kibaki, Uhuru, and now William Ruto here. Cherargei is talking about 15 years. Where is the other 5 years going to come from? And how will Ruto get these 5 years more? Is there any plan there working on to change the constitution so that Ruto can become a live president? This post suggests that kind of discussion. That's why we're bringing it here. So you can see Kalenjin who are much comfortable with having William Ruto as a live president. But they should learn that there is also a worry ahead. Number 1, even Kikuyus who have voted for this regime, they are not comfortable near that kind of discussion because they know how they suffered under Moi, a Kalenjin. They cannot allow another Kalenjin to come in and become another live president. Because already we are seeing the division between William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua, which is not coming out clear, but you can see it on the kind of role that they are offering to Musalia Mudavadi. Because constitutionally, Gachagua is the deputy president. But technically, Mudavadi is the acting deputy president to William Ruto. For example, the kind of warning Mudavadi sounded yesterday on civil servant and mismanagement of resources. He talked like a deputy president giving a warning. But you look on Gachagua has reduced to a comedian when it comes to addressing Kenyans and the serious matters. So Kikuyus know that if they go in that direction, they will be the most affected community. They will not allow. So if Ruto is bringing this discussion, it will not work. And not every community, including those who voted for him, will support this move. They will not. So that is dead on arrival. Number 3, trying to say that Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta created a hole in terms of borrowing. That discussion will bring in the question, where was William Ruto? Was he in the office? The answer is yes. So is Cherargei telling us William Ruto was sleeping in the office? We can conclude and say yes, if really what he's saying is true. So Ruto was sleeping on duty and he was earning money from taxpayers. So what can we conclude? We can say Ruto is unfit to be in the office. So if that is the reason, then Ruto must resign, or people should demonstrate and send him away from office. Because going by what Cherargei has posted, it suggests a man who was incompetent during his time as a deputy president. Wasifikiria Wakenya ni wajinga. We can conclude and say so. And when you talk about 5 years of prosperity, can you see any hope in William Ruto's government? Are they selling hope? Really, are they selling hope? They're not selling hope. Even when they're going to this issue of dialogue, they did not talk about the issue of lowering the cost of living. They talked about not bringing subsidy here. They're talking about people to wait and harvest, then the cost of living will come down. They talk about importing maize in Zambia. They talked about contracting Zambian farmers to bring maize in this country. They don't sell hope. Instead, you see people who are incompetent in office. So those are the kind of lies, and it explains how far these people can go to bring a lie. So Cherargei, in one hand, he was lying that William Ruto cow gave birth to 3 calves. A lie. So again, the kind of discussion it's bringing here is also built on lies. So it cannot sell, no one will buy into this. It confirms how Kenya Kwanza can go in matters to use lies to sell their agenda, which is also questionable, and in itself it is against the constitution of Kenya. That's what we can learn from this team. So Kenyans must be very careful with these people. They will go to extreme end to bring lies to these people, to Kenyan people, and they will sell it without blinking an eye. Because if you ask Cherargei up to now, where did he get this cow? He will tell you it is William Ruto's cow, but it's a lie. But are we in a hole? And if we are in a hole, who created this hole? Ruto was part of the team. But then can we see the tangible programs or projects that the debt that was incurred have come to create? Can we see project? Come as you tell me in the comment section. I don't know if but let us be in the comment section for continuation of this conversation. Thank you so much. See you in our next video.